Hello, hello, good afternoon. How's it going, everybody? Remember this guy? Hi, I'm doing well. I love new people in the chat. He's looking at it, wondering if he should get down on his knees and lick it up. Hi, Ellie. So you see where we're at, right? It's big, bad, tough storage man and his dogs. So I'm currently parked on the public street in front of this business called Storage Kings USA, where King Little Dick back there thinks he owns the world. The address is 1155 South Lipan in Denver, Colorado. And I can't help that this dick face announced to the whole world where he lived on my live stream the other day, along with his snaggletooth friend from down the way. I want to tell you a little bit about this guy right here. So he thought it a good idea to get on my YouTube channel and try to riddle all of my videos with his stupid commentary. Unfortunately, or fortunately, he doesn't quite understand how a platform works, and that he's not welcome on my platform. He essentially was making, idle threats about, I've got you now, woman. No, you don't, fucker. No, you don't. You see, I wouldn't make an issue out of this, except this fucking piece of shit harasses the absolute hell out of people that live homeless. How do I know he does it? Well, he announced to the world the other day during that 4-hour live stream, as the city was sweeping behind me when they trapped the women behind the fence, 2 women, with no one to move that camper. And then all these businesses got bent out of shape when some live streaming activity exposed their bullshit. You know, it's a free market. That's kind of how things work. I typically don't participate in disparaging private business or individuals. But when you're in public and you're doing shit like that, and there are actual criminal cases now that involve the homeless where this fuckface has accused them of throwing shit on his building, I kind of know a little bit about that story. And fortunately for him, he probably would have had some support had he not started actually participating in criminal behavior towards these people. So now it's balls to the wall. So we're going to talk a lot about this area and these businesses because that's how the free market works. And this fucking liar who said that somebody threw shit on his roof is the fucking shitmaster himself, who would take his dogs for a walk. You saw how aggressive his dog was the other day to that fucking snaggletooth fucker down the street here, where the dog turned around and almost bit him. Yeah, he does that with his dogs here on the public street and the public sidewalk because he thinks he owns the whole fucking world. Well, his dog has bitten someone, and his dogs do shit because he either puts it there or has them shit like he's doing now down there on somebody else's property. He has them shit wherever there's homeless people. So if shit ended up on his building and he decided to take his camera footage and turn that over to the police, he's gonna look like one dumb motherfucker when that case goes to trial. Yeah. Unfortunately, the woman that he was antagonizing to do that has gone into hiding, because I finally, hopefully, convinced her that being here was not safe. These people want to perpetrate violence. Get that through your head. They see the government doing this to the homeless, so they decide that they pay taxes and that they as well can use violence against the homeless. So, Ellie, I don't know if you recall at what point that interaction took place over here in that 4-hour live stream the other day, but I could really use some help making a clip of that, especially where the dog goes after the guy, right? This guy comes back all the way back to my car to confront me, right? So there's this whole thing about self-defense. So, and when it comes to self-defense, I'm probably one of the smarter women out here because I understand what it means to defend yourself in what situations, okay? Especially in the city and county of Denver. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't fully admit I was caught completely off guard when a homeless individual assaulted me, and I was, and shame on me, and I did all of the things I shouldn't have been doing, and because of that, it happened. So, out after dark, had my back turned, got pinned in between a vehicle and the curb. However, had I decided to use deadly force, at that point, that would have been justified. That is an imminent threat of your life when you are violently being attacked. Now, when you're engaging in First Amendment activity from the sidewalk or anywhere in public, and you don't have a problem telling a perpetrator like this dickface to go get fucked, and he decides that he wants to take steps into your face, and you give him warnings, and you step back, and you do those kinds of things, you will only get so far in a self-defense case if you don't have imminent fear of your life. I don't have imminent fear of my life from fucking thugs like this, because this guy thinks he's somebody special because he's apparently on the mayor's list, city council, whoever. These businesses got together and they decided to call the press. Now here we are on a weekend. There ain't a single car up and down here, not a single car, and yet these people insist on being the only people that can have say of what goes on the public street. It's really rather fascinating to me, because all those people that they swept right here are just right over there. So I'm going to drive through here so you can get a feel for what's going on here. Ellie, thank you. Yes, this would be Storage King. Oh, I said La Pan. That address was wrong. Thank you for catching that, Ellie. South Huron. Thank you. Let's just get a nice shot of the whole area here so you can see what this is all about. It's all industrial. There's no residential. And the only reason they can live there is because it's part of industrial. It's not a home. It's a fucking office for some wannabe people who think that they own the whole fucking neighborhood. And this ain't your neighborhood, fucker. So there you see all these individual businesses. Okay, and they all have a suite number in there. So this whole building is owned by someone. I'm not sure if it's Storage King Little Dick himself, but now, does that mean all of these people renting space are fucking assholes? Probably not. The ones on the end were definitely in cahoots with having the cop, you know, do something about their hurt feelings. So here we are, these streets up and down, completely empty. So this guy decides that when somebody parks here that he doesn't approve of, he can harass the fuck out of them. So let's make a drive around the building, and I want to show you where the guy insists that no one can park unless he approves of it. And then I want to show you some other nuisances on the street that have been here for many, 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 many months. Okay, so let's make a drive this way. I'm gonna flip a U-turn because this whole block is this business. Whoever these people are, they also have a problem with who parks on the street. $11.99. Apparently, if he decides it's an entrance, it's an entrance. Okay, fine. Nobody's ever parked in front of the entrance. But right here, there was a single woman trying to survive right here. And she was being harassed to no end by this asshole. So he claims he's got cameras. That was another comment that he put on my YouTube page. I got you now, woman, so don't think you're the only one with a camera. We've all got cameras. Yeah, except when you're walking around with your dick in your hand and you don't know how to use your camera, I suppose you probably only release footage to the police, if you have any cameras over here, of what you decide to release. I'm sure you're not out here antagonizing the homeless for a response. So I can't wait to see how this case turns out. So here we are around the corner. Thank you, Anthony. How's Anthony today? So this guy, anybody that parks over here that's homeless, it's not allowed, according to him. Here's the streets in this industrial area on the weekend, you know, because everybody that works here is so fucking concerned about what everybody else is doing. Oh yeah, because all of the homeless are breaking into their businesses. No, they just don't like it. They're not living the way they want them to, and they're definitely not paying enough taxes. So that's a ticket to harass the shit out of them. Yeah, this is still Storage Little Dick King right here. Look at all those fucking weeds. So no one is allowed to park on this street unless he says so. Yep, this is South Denver. So this is about Mississippi and Huron. It's Southwest Denver. This is District 4. So, yeah, this is the industrial area. And these businesses generate their business by harassing the homeless, not by what kind of business providers they are. And this is a free market. And so we're just chatting a little bit about, you know, free market versus public right-of-ways versus paying taxes or not. And, you know, I don't have a problem if people decide that they don't want to subscribe to the system, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. Well, what about this vehicle? There was a camper over there. So because Denver can't get their shit together and find some safe parking, here we've got all these empty streets now, because Storage King Dick, right here, walking his dog, there he is. There he is. Look at him. Having his dog shit and piss all over everybody's property. Yeah. He's about to figure out how YouTube actually works, isn't he? I mean, you know, it's a free world. Yeah. Look at these streets. So, yeah, there were a few campers up and down here. No more, but this stuff down here, this goes on the daily down here. Anytime you come over here, at least 3 to 4 times a week, this business over here shuts down the entire street because they have semis come in here and make deliveries that aren't legal. They don't have a way for semis to service their business, so they get to shut down the streets. And if you're coming up over those railroad tracks, you're likely to have a head-on collision right here, because this is allowed in the city of Denver. I guess he doesn't pay enough taxes to have this stuff questioned. Never had any plates, none of that. Look at this. No plates. These have been out here for, I don't know, the better part of a year. But apparently, because it's in front of their business, and we've now adopted this philosophy that if you're a business, you own the streets, they can do this. No plates, no registration, no nothing here. Right up on a fire hydrant. These box trucks over here. No plates. Oh, there were 2 of them there earlier. And I'm sure all of these businesses are running, you know, legitimate business. But we're concerned about some campers on the street. And I'm sure there's a lot of legitimate business dealings going on over here during the weekend. Not. There are all kinds of things going on over here that are behind the walls, you see, so nobody knows about them. But because you see someone trying to survive, the whole world knows. Yeah. So there was another box truck in front of that truck, no plates. None of this stuff has plates. Hasn't for, I mean, I've only noticed it for the past year. Who knows how long it's been sitting out here. So, about the 311 system. Ellie, remember we were educating people on how to use 311. Rob, I don't care. Doesn't matter. They don't belong there. Get them off the streets or get ticketed or harassed because this is some kind of modified bullshit thing, and this is probably dangerous. This is probably a combustible. Hey Damon, how you doing? Is that what that is, Big G? Well, it doesn't belong there. So it's 2 to 3 times the size of anyone living in something out here trying to survive. And I don't care. It doesn't belong there. So Little Dick guy, Storage King Little Dick guy, he needs some help with his business. He is committing criminal activity against the homeless. So, yes, thank you, Woody. Hey, Princess. Tell him to a storage lot. I think so. So if anybody wants to call District 4 right now and be a complainant, that's what you do. And then you call 311 or email 311. So the address, I will tell you here shortly. That all these vehicles are parked on is Calumet in Louisiana. You can use the address 1298 South Calumet Street as a reference point for where all those illegal vehicles are parked. Here we are, rocket seals. We know a little bit about them as well. 1297 South LaPan Street. And here we have this lovely park that not a single fucking person ever uses at any time, ever. Whether there's homeless parked here or not. This park is never used. Fact. Take a look. That playground, I have never once, ever seen anyone there. Never. And I drive by here a lot. When the homeless are here, they like to use the table over there. I never see this field that full of trash again, but you know, trash. We don't really want to address that. We want to eradicate people instead. Yeah, Byron, it's a park. Yeah, it's a field full of weeds as well. So that was one issue for doing a live stream today, so you could see a little bit of that. The next issue is Jason. We need to talk about Jason. Some of you know who Jason is. And Jason just spent his 30th birthday in jail in Arapahoe County. And we're going to get some wraparound around Jason, because Jason is one of the people that I fully believe. Thank you, Ellie. Friends list. I love the friends list. Keep it going. Keep it going. Jason is one of the people that can get off the streets. He needs some support. I know people like little storage. My dick in my hand is so small, I just focus on it and I can't see anything else in the rest of the world because I'm a fucking imbecile. The world is full of people who never stood a chance. It doesn't matter how you slice and dice it, it's a fact. You cannot re-educate people when they never stood a chance. Unless you're willing to stay committed to what that takes. Jason is one of those. For fuck's sake, his dad is out here. Okay? The kid never stood a chance. Jason has some criminal charges that he has got to work on. He knows that. But that's not the crux of the problem. The crux of the problem is all the other bullshit charges where there was no victim involved. Denver charged him for trespassing on the CDOT lot. We've seen videos of that. And they charged him for careless driving because a car hit him on his bike. He was hurt pretty bad in that. And so, of course, the answer is to charge him for careless driving. I don't know what happened. I don't give a shit. He's already paid the price. I'm sure whoever hit him got away with whatever they didn't do because he's homeless. I see this all the time with these bike accidents. This city is full of people who drive with their head up their ass. And for the most part, not all of them, they know how to ride their bikes. They know where to ride them. Yes, you'll see them riding down the middle of the road every now and again, or you'll see them weaving around for whatever reason. I don't know. Yes, it could be a little aggravating to you, but there could also be other things going on. So that doesn't give you the right to hit somebody on their bicycle. Okay? I get it. The whole push for bicycle lanes and all of this other bullshit, it's aggravating as hell. It's these professional bike riders with their, $10,000 bikes that insist on all these special privileges that don't have to pay a dime of taxes, right? You don't see me going out there and harassing the fuck out of them. You don't see me telling them they can't ride their bikes up and down those bike lanes. That's because I don't care. If you're that stupid and you want to participate in all of that bullshit, you go right ahead. But it's no skin off my back. Yeah, I do think that bicycle riders should have to pay the same kind of taxes that car owners do. But, you know, I just think that the harder you stick it to people, the more they'll wake up. They beg government for all the solutions to their own agenda until they really don't like that, because that's not their agenda. I mean, they just want to ride their bike and get the privileges of owning the street as well. We all want to be owners of the frickin' street. Back to Jason. So he got hit by a car and he was hurt pretty bad. So Denver decided that they would charge him with careless driving, and they charged him with trespassing. He and John, my other buddy John, who's in the PAR site, you know, John, I take him to Inglewood and we go clear court cases. They also charged John with trespassing. Jason and John, one night, District 3 showed up in the middle of the night. They were, whatever, I don't know. Maybe they were fighting. Maybe they were sleeping. I don't know. But they both got trespassing tickets. Remember this whole CDOT thing in District 3? They have a trespass agreement with the Colorado Department of Transportation so they can enforce certain laws on the CDOT lot, but not any law they don't want to enforce. So I call CDOT, say, hey, you got all kinds of illegal shit going on this lot. Why do you just criminalize the homeless? Oh, well, we gave District 3 the ability to do whatever they needed to do to enforce any law in the city and county of Denver on our CDOT lot. Well, if you call District 3, they'll tell you, no, we're not coming. No, we don't have to do that. But if it's homeless, boom, there they are. So anyway, John and Jason both have this trespassing ticket. Now that I've got John's stuff cleared in Inglewood, you saw all that bullshit, right? Now he's got the warrant in Denver that I got to get cleared for trespassing. And you wonder why people can't get housed. You wonder why people find any hope in anything. Don't wonder. This is why. So there are literally 3 caseworkers right now. I consider myself one of them, working around John to ensure that he doesn't end up back here out on the streets. Because if John comes back out here, he's going to die out here. He is in horrible, horrible health. Okay? So back to Jason. We need to support him in jail. Okay? I just dropped $200 from the nonprofit to ensure that Jason could call me and have some commissary. I can't put money on his books because Arapahoe County is going to take it in booking fees and all this other bullshit that the government wants. Not going to happen. So to continue to support Jason, he has to call me so we can continue to talk through things, so he can meet certain goals even while he's in jail, so I can help him. Jason wants to help himself. Jason was able to keep a job and live right here on the street, right here, right in front of my car. Lived here for 3 months and held a job. Okay? The kid can do it. He knows how to work. He's always there to help me. Didn't used to be. Jason has had to work through a lot of emotional, social issues that he was never equipped with from the day he was born. Okay? I'm in contact with his aunt. He has one family member and another brother. His mom passed away in December. Jason still hasn't dealt with that. But this aunt raised Jason and his brother instead of letting the state take these brothers. Okay? She also needs support. And for me to be able to support her is to support Jason, because she is incredibly ill. This is what I talk about all the time in relationship building. You cannot get people off of the streets if you cannot build relationships with them, period. You can try as hard as you want to build a relationship with a lot of these people, and they don't want it. They want to remain on the streets. If they're not hurting anyone, leave them alone. If you can't offer them a bottle of water or some warm socks or something to just simply ease the elements of surviving on the street, then leave them the fuck alone. It's really that simple. They don't alter your life. They don't ruin your whole existence. You can just walk away, drive away. You could even go pick up an extra hobby to fill your mind instead of being incensed with how to harass the homeless because they don't pay enough fucking taxes. Get with the fucking program. Homelessness is going to increase. It is not going to decrease. It's going to get much worse. And government is going to continue to fulfill your agenda, your eugenics agenda, and they're going to do it to you next. You're not going to like it, are you? You're probably going to start fighting back. We'll learn a little bit right now about how to address the public crisis of homelessness. You could do that instead of trying to be a tyrant yourself. So, back to Jason. Thank you, Princess. Damon, thank you very much. 100%. They're facts. So, I've had to work hard to build and maintain this relationship with Jason. Okay? It wasn't always pretty. Let me tell you what. But this kid can make it. He can make it. So, for starters, it would be really nice if you all could write Jason. Just a simple letter. If you have anything to offer, think about that. If you're local and you've got something to offer Jason, think about it, because the kid can work and he wants to work. The barrier that we faced when I got him, when he was able to get this job and maintain it, was that I could not. It's priceless, No, thank you. It's about building relationships. I knew that this was a ticking time bomb, essentially, to watch Jason maintain a pretty strict work schedule, to get up out here after who knows what kind of night's sleep, get on his bike and ride a couple miles to this job. And he did it. And then he performed physical labor all damn day. And he did it well. But he got too comfortable. And he went back to his coping skills on the street. This has to be eliminated from his life. He knows it. He wants to. But he absolutely cannot do it if he does not get into housing with a program. I'm not talking about just, hey, Jason, get out of jail, get a job, go live with Jim up the street and pay $500 a month to rent a room. No, that's still the same setup for failure. Jason has to commit to rehab. He knows that. He wants to. But he has got to have a place that can give him the wraparound and that constant support. And we don't have that. We don't have that coming off the streets right here out in Denver. We have many failings that we can show you through MHCD. There are other little success pockets right now that I'm trying to capitalize on with 4 people. 4 people have been clean, with one of them being clean for more than 6 months in a particular program. And so if I can continue to support Jason while he's in jail, work with a public defender or work with a caseworker, remember, jail is no longer about keeping violent criminals out of the general public. It is about rehabilitative efforts to end recidivism, right? So Jason has a litany of charges that have no victim. However, he does have a case. It's now going on 5 years old, though, that he needs to make right. And he's got to go through the process. He says he's innocent, but there's a named victim involved. So you know what, Jason? You're going to follow through with this. You have no choice now. So what ended up happening with Jason is that Denver swept him particularly, because he had a lot of stuff. So they chased him down and wore him down for 7, 8, 9, I think on the 10th day, something like that. He snapped. And he didn't pick up any new charges as far as I know. But when you poke and poke and poke, it's going to happen. And that's exactly what the cops were doing to him. So here's the address for Jason. This is at the Arapahoe County Detention Center, which the address is in Centennial. It's Arapahoe County. How long is he incarcerated for? I don't know yet. Because they're still moving him through the system. They're not displaying all of the charges. Inglewood, the city of Inglewood, did an impromptu court hearing the other day that I had no idea about on his charges, that he's a couple of his charges that he's in jail for now. I don't know, he's got all victimless crime shit, drug charges, I don't know, whatever. He's got one case that involves a victim. But all this other stuff, it's just a way to continue to hold him. There's a lot of philosophical discussion and debate about reaching the bottom of your barrel, okay, and ending up in jail. And processes working for you from jail. It's very, very rare. It's incredibly rare that people get their life in order after being in jail. Now, go to prison for X amount of years. That's a whole different discussion, okay? But you pop in and out of the county jails all over the metro area, and you find success in putting your life back together, it's pretty rare. So if Jason doesn't have this support, and it's pretty non-existent for people that don't have any support, okay? Because they're not shown any other way. So when you know you can get out of jail and go back home and live with someone who said to you, okay, we're going to agree on this, this, and that, and you're going to do this, this, and that, and they say, okay, yeah, okay, that's a better setup for success. Shouldn't we want to be doing that for Jason? I mean, holy shit, the kid wants to work. Yes, Liz, thank you. Wood Jeter, I looked up Storage King Dick and couldn't find it. So it's in Denver, it's on Huron. Ellie has put some links to that in here. Jason does have some trust in me, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't do some pretty ornery shit, okay? He's a boy. He's only 30. And as a mother of boys, I kind of know how to peel some of those layers back, okay? So that's just my life experience. There are plenty of people out there with the same life experience I have. Get up off your ass and go out there and find one of these guys and build a relationship and just see where it takes you. Don't even have any expectations or parameters for even building mutual respect. Just go see what you can do. Okay? Yeah, no, he does need a good male example. And let me tell you what, his dad out here isn't. Okay? And the school system? Yeah. So Jason has, he's got a long way to go. Okay? Reading, writing, yes, a long way to go. The schools can so easily say, put this kid on an individual learning plan. We'll do our best, but we'll set him free. Well, they set him free. And, yeah, I love public school. He just has to want to change. So let's talk about that for a minute, Anthony. You want a lot of things, okay? You can put yourself in this situation. We all can. And if you say no, you're a liar. I don't care how minute it is or how incredibly important it is of a priority in your life. When there is something you're faced with that you know you need to do better at, are you already behind the 8 ball of not having a healthy childhood, probably being born with some unfavorable lifelong issues, never really being taught right from wrong through the school system? You're simply taught how to navigate a system. So those are the things you have to first ask yourself. Have you ever been in that situation to want to take on change? Okay. This isn't just about wanting to take on change. It's actually being capable of it. Okay. So there's that piece that a lot of people want to act like it doesn't exist. It exists with the majority of the people out here. There is some barrier, some traumatic event, something has happened. Nobody's come out here and said, I dig this. I totally want to be a drug addict. This is really cool. I'm loving it. I know I'm going to die prematurely. I know I can get jacked at any moment. I know I'm a woman out here and I'm not safe. But yeah, damn straight. This is the life. No, not the case. So you're already behind the 8 ball with the skills or the tools in your toolbox to even know what you need to change. So in Jason's case, this kid understands respect. He has a desire to learn. He gets caught up in emotions. He fights. He tries to find love on the streets like everybody else. And if you've ever paid attention to relationship dynamics out here, yeah, that's another whole topic of discussion. So here is this 30-year-old young man trying to do this. Okay? Does it well for a little while. Something horrible happens. What do? Who do I fall back on? How do I make sure I stay on track and make the right decisions? Those are the tools right there that I'm talking about that aren't there. Okay? They're not there. So how can we help that? By doing what I'm doing with him. By people replicating those efforts. By government not being tyrants and getting people like Jason to just, they want to break his soul. They want to just break him right in half so they can lock him up. That's what they did. That's what their intent has been all along. So he's not the only one like that out here. Okay? They're out here. And there's younger ones. But this is going to be probably going to be it for Jason. And these are the real discussions that we have to have, whether it's on the phone or through mail. Okay? Thank you, Audit Florida. Hey, I appreciate it. David, hey, how you doing? Woody, I love it. So just having the skill set to know that these are the things you have to change, to know that that didn't work last time. It's not going to work this time. So you have to change something, Jason. It's education. It's support. It's life experience. Okay? And I've done it before. And we can do this with Jason. And if I had a lot of money, it would be really, really easy. Easy, not the right word. It could happen a lot faster. Hey, Defend, how you doing? Linda, Jason is the individual that we're talking about right now. I do homeless outreach, and we're talking about how to support Jason. So when Jason gets out of jail, his life is on track to not be on the streets, because I know he doesn't want to be out here. So that's what we're talking about. You can go back in the stream and listen. Why did Jason get locked up? Well, because he had warrants. And I just talked about all the bullshit charges as well. He does have one case that he knows that he's got to do his due process on. So he's got to confront that now. But other than that, all these other cases are just total bullshit. Victimless crimes. Jason got hit by a car on his bike, got hurt pretty bad, and they charged him with careless driving. I'm sure, the city and county of Denver is all over this careless driving thing with bicycle riders. Just like we saw with, things that aren't supposed to be on the street without proper registration, right? No halfway houses. Liz, yes, we have some halfway houses. But the problem with the halfway houses is you have to be accepted into them. You have to go through the application process. And there has to be a way to pay for that. So Medicaid or whatever, they have to take those. They're not ran the best. They're all pretty packed. And you have to hope that you can get along with everyone. So, yes. Aurora, I could teach him how to read and write by making protesting signs. Bonus art class credits. Hee-haw! That's right. That's exactly right. But, yes, we're going to do that. But I want Jason to focus on other stuff. But I love it. So, again, if you can, write to Jason, please. And tell him that he's got to utilize his support system. Ellie, one more time for Jason's address to the jail. So, like I said, I've already dropped $200 just so he can make phone calls and have some commissary. That commissary frickin', oh my goodness, you want to talk about a ripoff? I'm not going to put money on his books because they're going to take it. It's unconstitutional. Jails know they can't do that, so they got to find a way to allow the inmates to have what's rightfully theirs. They do have rights in jail, everybody. So what they do is they set up a care package thing, and then they contract with Aramark, and you pay like $100 for $30 worth of stuff. Oh, Raymond, thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. Aviator, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Dandy Dan, hey, thank you for showing up. Sitting quietly in the corner is okay too. So how do we defund all these useless public servants in Denver? Yeah. You tell me. You tell me. So these gift package, the care packages or whatever they're calling them, they're contracted with Aramark for the exact things that they'll allow in the jail, right? So you have to buy toiletries separate, and then you have to buy the food separate. Every package is separate, and with each package comes a $6.95 handling fee. Yeah. They're making money on it. It is a money. This is when we talk about for-profit jails. Yes, we know this is part of it. Oh, Raymond. As y'all know, I used to be homeless. Now finally getting my Social Security retirement. That's another thing. All the issues that we talk about with people out here, the health issues, I mean, the real serious health issues. Are the vets out here? Again, thank you very much, Raymond. If you scroll up, you'll see the address for Jason. You have to follow the rules though to write letters. Ellie, that's one other thing you might want to put in here is the link to the rules of letter writing. Okay? You can't put certain things in an envelope. You can't send a card with glitter. There's all kinds of little things that'll get their mail confiscated. Okay? Don't say things like, well, I mean, we could take this on, but this isn't the person to take it on. Don't say things like, fuck the police, or, you know, you're there because of a bunch of fucking tyrants, because all they're going to do is confiscate that mail. Okay? They're going to call it a threat to the facility, a mechanism used to cause disorder in the jail. He's not the right person we need to fight that with. I have taken this on before. I thought I had worked with the right person, but it wasn't the right person. So this isn't the time to want to exercise free speech. It's just be direct to the point. If you can offer anything, you know, make sure it doesn't involve any acts of violence and all this other bullshit. So, oh, rules are in the link. Thank you very much, Ellie. Tab, good day. Yeah, inciting a riot. Now, when I go to jail, now I don't want to go to jail, but when I go to jail again, because I'm sure there'll be another time. Ellie, speaking of, have you done a warrant check? I fully exercise my free speech. And I'm very loud about needing to know my rights in jail. Inmate handbook. Okay? Inmate handbook. You have rights when you're in jail. If you ever go to jail, the first thing you want access to is your inmate handbook. Okay? Denver, they'll fuck with you. This is another thing that's in my complaint with the Sheriff's Department. They'll tell you, oh, it's on the kiosk. No, it says right here where I signed when you put me through booking that I'm entitled to a hard copy of my inmate handbook upon request. I've never once gotten an inmate handbook at the Denver jail. I'm still going to be fighting that. I'm still waiting to see if my complaint has even been reviewed, but that's going to take another whole, that's going to take the 8th day of the week. So I'll be getting back on that pretty soon. No warrants for me as of yesterday that are public, right? That doesn't mean that they're not holding on to one somewhere. But thank you. At least we know it's not an obvious one. So yeah, if you go to jail, one of the first things you need to do is make sure you exercise your rights. You need to understand your rights while you're in jail, and due process. Okay, so I'm good today as well. Okay, thanks. Pocket warrants are a thing. We've seen it firsthand. We've seen it. So, at any rate, the last live stream I did, where I showed up and the cops were giving Joey another ticket, they are targeting her big time. It's selective persecution. So if anybody didn't watch that stream, just go watch it. You only got to watch the first few minutes of it to see what's going on over there in District 3. Remember when I was gone and Joey was live streaming, that cop gave her a ticket. For whatever reason, they have her VIN. She doesn't even know where her VIN is, but they're sure onto her. But what makes this really interesting is that bitch cop asked one of the guys that was in a camper. Mind you, Joey's the only one that got a ticket for no license plate. There were others. There were all kinds of campers in the area. Nobody else even got a 72-hour notice. Joey got a 72-hour notice and a ticket. And the bitch had the nerve to ask one of the guys there if she could borrow a fucking pen because she couldn't fill out the 72-hour notice. So apparently she left and went and got a pen and came back and hung the 72-hour notices on the RVs. You'll see it in the live stream. I hold the camera up to it. You can tell that she's trying to sloppily write on this laminated piece of paper with a pen. Unbelievable. Unfrickin' believable. People are keeping an eye on the other people in the streets, informants and snitches. Hell yeah, they are. Living in this country is like being incarcerated. It absolutely is, but we call this the freest country in the whole world. It's, yeah, Dandy Dan. Amazon smiles, so it's only 0.5%. Yeah, it's... But I will say, with as big as Amazon is, and as many people that use it, it is better than nothing, because, you know, I'm all about the free market. And if a private business is going to say, hey, we'll give a charity 0.5% of everything somebody orders, I'll take it. You know, yeah, I wish it was more, but it's not. So if anybody's got an in to Robert Walton, I want the Broncos stadium. If anybody saw my community post, the Broncos sold for, what did it end up being? Was it over $6 billion? Yeah, it's 0.5%. So anyway, yeah, I want an in with Robert Walton because I want him to give me the stadium because he wants a new stadium. And then I want some money for renovations. And then I want some operating expenses. 4.65 billion. No, it was more than that. It was over 5 billion. It started out at 5.6, I thought. Hi, Excalibur. How are you? Politically free. Same thing as communists. 100%. Right there. You win the internet. Oh, you see this pen I'm holding? This is from Lakeside. Remember our day in Lakeside with Denver Metro audit, Sweet Tea audit? Remember? So I have to get back over there too. But I got a bunch of free pens that day. You know, free. Free little copper pens. Click, click. Lakeside Police Department, 5801 West 44th Avenue. No wants, no warrants. Hey, you use Amazon Smile to help a bird sanctuary? If you want to switch and help us out here, we like birds too. Other than working at a job for 3 months, I still know nothing important about Jason. Well, were you listening, Russell? What's important to you? Please expand on that. Do you have something to offer? It was only $4.65 billion. The whole Broncos sale. Oh, he wants to know more so he can help. Okay. Well, you could go back and listen to the whole stream as well. But the whole thing with Jason is he's in jail. It's important that we wrap around him now so he doesn't come back out here to live on the streets. What's most important about Jason is that he can and that he's capable with the right support. My nonprofit name is Helping Hands for Dignity Coalition. And I do believe Ellie... Okay, never mind. Yeah, we got lots of new trolls, because... Gotcha. All right. That's why you need the moderator of the century, but you can't have her because only a select few of us get her. She can weed through that stuff like nobody's business. That was the one with the bird sanctuary. We like birds. The no wants, no warrants, Anthony, was a troll. You won't last long. If you are looking for your own platform, you won't get it here. You'll be weeded out pretty quickly. Yeah, Audit. Hey, Audit Florida, thank you. I know it's not easy to get your Amazon Prime account connected with that Amazon Smiles account. You have to go in a whole separate way. So thank you for taking the time to do that. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Wood Jeter. Yeah, go troll somebody else. We got business to handle over here. And yes, sweeps will pick back up this week. There are 3 announced sweeps. They're further north into the downtown area, north of the downtown area. It takes less than 2 minutes. Well, I guess people's patience are like, you know, click, click, 15 seconds tops. I have a 15-second window now for addressing arrogance. So, yeah, 15 seconds, you can't state your case, I'm probably going to start ripping into you. Yeah, who the fuck trolls? This is some serious shit going on in this United Snakes of America. I know. The homelessness issue, and people still got to try to capitalize and make it their own platform. All right, bye MLH. Thank you very much. I really appreciate hearing that. So, yeah, I'm probably going to end this stream as well. But one more time, please, let's recap. We need to continue to build on our friends list for people who think that they own the streets and that they can tell everybody what to do and how to live and how they're going to help or not, while being storage tiny king dicks. So we talked about that for a little while at the beginning of the stream, and then we talked about how we're going to support Jason. Hey, little miss, what you doing? She knows I'm over here. What you doing? What? Nothing. What are you doing?
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute. I'm like, at first I was like, what is that? I was just down and about.
Yeah.
Making sure everybody was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah. We just went over there. I mean, it's besides the iPhone I found, I was like, we're next to a bar. I'm like, come on, let me return it. The homeless person next to you returned your phone. But they haven't called it all day. I've been charged it up for them and everything. Like,
I'm sorry.
Keep laughing. No, it's okay. I'll take it into the bar. It was just more of a joke.
Oh.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I was just coming out to check on everybody too. I've been driving and looking and
yeah.
So.
Doing on the scooter is a little different, but I got ice in my bag for Lisa for her beer.
Aw.
Anyways, yeah.
All right, hon.
All right, lady.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Always. You too.
Okay. Thank you. Sweetness. Oh, sweetness right there. And being given very little chance. Yeah, so thank you, Russell. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. I have been a little bit on the defense because there's just been a lot of bullshit. And I just wade through it pretty quick. Huh. Here comes somebody else. Hey! How are you? Good. I haven't seen you forever.
I know, how you been?
I've been okay, but what about you?
Hanging in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just doing a little live stream. We're talking about
Oh, cool.
the area and the
I was
businesses.
just working. I just got off. I got to go.
You just
see
got
if they're
off?
Towing my camper as we speak.
Are you?
Yeah.
Is everything all right?
I hope. I don't know. My cat's been missing for 3 days. They're telling me to move. I am not moving until that cat comes back. But I'll see what I can do. I'll figure it out.
Where are you working now?
I'm doing day labor still. I just came from the pavilion and working security at the concert.
Right on.
Yeah, so they let me go.
You
early.
look good.
Thank you.
You look really
How are
good.
You too. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
I'm in the high-low. It's a
Yeah.
the one that Ben owned it for a while.
Yeah.
He sold it to me. Yeah, that's where I'm
What
at.
happened to yours?
I sold it. I got rid of it. It was falling apart.
Yeah.
That thing was it was
So
bad.
you're in that one now.
I'm in the high-low. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Now I can stop in and say hi.
Yes, I'm over at 6th and Bea, or no, 6th and what is it? Bryant.
Okay.
Bryant right now. But
Okay.
As soon as I can find the cat, I'm getting out of there.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm hanging in there.
Yeah. Keep it up.
I'm a machine. They can't.
Yes,
take me
you
down.
are.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
You too.
I didn't know it was you over here. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, somebody's talking.
I saw you coming.
I'm blind as a bat. I don't have contacts anymore, so I'm like, okay, somebody.
I
oh,
saw you
Megan,
coming.
heck yeah. Right on. Good
You
to
need
see
any water?
Yes, always. When don't I need water?
This water,
Okay.
might,
Water's good.
well, it
I'm
might not be
always
cold.
good water.
Yeah. It might still have some chill to it.
Cool.
Yeah. One of these for you,
Ooh,
right?
thank
And one of
you.
these.
Yay.
There you go.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
they're warm.
They're perfect. It's great.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
You too, ma'am. I'm so glad you're okay.
I got a new
I've
bike,
been-
but I stole my bikes. This one's new. I paid out the butt for this, but it's worth it.
You got a safe place to lock it?
I keep
Where
it
you
locked up with a
working?
tow chain. I'm trying to get that, all that stuff moved in that little camper.
Yeah.
Everything's the ceiling, so I'm trying to get that gutted out and this moved in there. I had this guy stay with me that just trashed it. Threw him out. Didn't expect that, did he?
You're better off by yourself.
Oh, I know. I'm finding that out more and more every day.
Yes, you are.
Right on. Have a good day.
See ya. Take care. Oh, she's a gem, let me tell you what. See, these are the things, the spontaneous things that happen. She's working. You know, none of the homeless people work. None of them work. That one does. And she's been doing it for a long time. She had another job. Didn't work out. But she never gives up. You can't afford to get housed. They're good people. Those are the ones you just gotta love and wrap around and do everything you can. I haven't seen her for a while. I didn't know where she was. Now I do. That's good. And her cat's missing. It's always something. Hi, Bob. So, at any rate, I don't know where I left off. I can't even remember what I was talking about. But, bye, Liberty Blair. Thanks for popping in. Bye, Irish Rover. Still waiting on my monitor. All right. Thanks, Ellie. Yeah, you got a lot of trolls popping in. It's all that extra exposure from other channels giving me extra exposure. It's all good. I'm so glad you got it under control. I love it. All right, y'all. So anyway, I'm going to just end this. That's where we're at. That just really made my day to see her. You know, I get put in different positions for a reason. And we have to support Jason. So please help me support Jason. Okay? I got to continue to have money to put on his books so he can call me. And the whole phone system, that's another racket in itself. Okay? We had a phone call yesterday. It's $3 and something just to have the phone call plus X amount of like 35 cents a minute. He had to call me back because he was supposed to get me a number. So he had to go get that. He comes back. He calls me. We're on the phone for 2 minutes. And all of a sudden my account is down $6. So that's the other piece of all this bullshit with the scams in the jail. I have to take time to figure out what the hell system they're using or what system I can use that doesn't do that. You can rent a tablet. You can give them an account with specific numbers. In some jails, other jails, you can't do that. You can just put money on a phone account. They can call whoever they want. It never freaking ends when you go into jail. They're all doing something different. So we're talking about Jason, Bob. I just need some extra support. Letter writing. Ellie put his address up in the chat. I need to go put it in the description when I get a chance. Money, of course, to stay on the phone issue. I just need help. Just some basic help. I really wish someone could just come be this male figure that he needs in his life. I really do. Ultimately, that's what I need. Someone committed. Someone like a sponsor, right? A sponsor. But that's available 24/7. Because he can do it. I know he can. Just need to get him there. PayPal account. Well, don't use my PayPal, Bob. you can do other ways too. Stay out of jail, Anthony. All right, everybody, stay out of jail. Bye, Dandy Dan. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Rules for writing are in the link of Jason's address, you guys. Make sure you don't send him anything that's gonna get it confiscated. Can't send him cards with glitter and all these other dumb rules, certain things you can't say, even though I'd love to push that, but this just isn't the right person and time and place to do that with. But yeah, so oh, hey, Rochelle, you'll have to go back and watch. I'm about to end it. That's okay. Thank you for being here, okay? Just seeing you pop in here to say hi, and I hope things are going okay for you, because I know you've had a little bit of a rough go. But I know you're a trooper too, and you don't give up. Bye, Russell. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your support. Amazon Smiles, cost you nothing. I get a 0.5% with every order. So please go sign up for that if you haven't already. It's much appreciated. Better late than never, Rochelle. Mwah! Ellie, thank you for everything. Lucinator, thank you, as always. Jen, wow, I don't know where you are, but thank you. Bob, thank you, as always, for your support, and anyone else that I failed to mention. You guys do a lot in little ways, and it all adds up, and it's very, very much appreciated. Thank you, Bob. Thank you very, very much. Hi, Matt. Thank you. Bob's one of the greats. Bob's a retired firefighter, in case anybody didn't know that. We all love Bob. Oh, and one last push. Mark Rudolph, if you have not signed that petition to get him back out here, Ellie, do we have a link? One of our friends out here on the streets started a change.org petition to put Mark Rudolph, the firefighter that we desperately need, back out here on the streets. I give you just 1 second. One more. Yeah, you go watch, Rochelle. It's good information. So, Note, thank you very much for signing. If you have not signed, Ellie is going to put up a link for that change.org petition to put Mark Rudolph back here out on the streets, so we actually have some life safety going on out here. There are a lot of issues, and there are a lot of fantastic things that Mark got done for a lot of people out here. And we don't have that anymore. I don't know, because somebody got their feelings hurt over Mark being too productive. And yeah. Oh, thank you, Rochelle. Thank you very much. Ellie's going to put that link. There it is. You made it. Ellie, thank you so very much. That is very, very important right now, is that petition to put Mark back out here. Yes, Bob, and thank you very much for doing that. We up to 76? Awesome. We get it up to 100, and it's going to start getting more exposure. So that's where we need to go with that. Everybody has seen Mark at work out here in some of my previous videos. A lot of stuff people never saw because it was behind the scenes of like helping people access medical services that were having heart attacks or laying on the sidewalk in severe pain. And I needed help from someone with a brain that could help me get through to people about why they need to seek medical, about why they need to not be doing dangerous things with gases out here that can kill themselves and everyone else around them. Mark was the guy. Rochelle, thank you very, very much. Why not walk the streets to get more signatures? Anthony, we might have to do that. Aurora Transparency, she will probably make us some good signs about that. And yeah, we might have to do that this week, right? You don't have to live in Colorado. You just have to support what is right to sign that petition. And Mark Rudolph being out here on the streets is right. That's why government doesn't want him out here. So, at any rate, they're probably going to fire him, and then we're going to have to do a GoFundMe. I'm just being honest. Between all of the attention that fire department is getting, they don't have any accountability. They can do whatever they want to any employees. They can say it. It doesn't have to be true. And they can fire anybody for anything. They don't have the same kind of oversight the Denver Police Department does. They do have a system that you can challenge. They have a union. As far as I can tell, it's weak as shit. They don't do anything. But it would take a long, long time for him to utilize process to to challenge a firing. So I don't know. If he gets fired, I just hope he sues the fuck out of him, because I think that's things that need to start happening more often. But Anthony, that is a fabulous idea. Let's do it. Let's plan. Okay. Thank you guys. It's nice to see you. Happy Saturday and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, all the fantastic fathers and the moms that are getting that done too, and vice versa on Mother's Day. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you. Thank you for your support.